Okay, so this time we're going to have a look at Wring That Neck, and the obviously the introduction, the main melody of it, or riff if you want to call it that, the refrain. Let's see how it goes. Now this is a tune that was written in G, a G minor-y sort of thing, jazzy sort of tune, and really what we want to do is straight away get on to what was going on there. Now you'll probably notice that it's got an interesting sort of trill at the very start. So now to play the tune, what we do is play an open G. Now I tend to use my thumb and my finger for this initial part of the melody, or the riff if you'd like to call it that. So what I'll do is play the G open, and then so I'll play the G open, the third string open, and then I'll have my pointer finger sitting ready on the third fret on the second string. And then with my third finger, I'll play the sixth fret, and I'll actually pick that with my pointer finger, and then I'll back it up. After it's pulled off, I'll back it up with another note on the sixth fret of the same string. So you'll play both those notes. Now that means that this pointer finger has to do a little bit more duty than just hold down that D. It actually has to hold down D and G as well, as if you were playing a G chord. But in this case you'll play but don't forget that after you've played, then you're going to have to play that sixth fret note on the first string, and then you're going to have to reference back to that third fret on the same string on the first string. So there's your introductory part to Wring That Neck. After you've played that through, then you're going to come up and play. Now that's where I change over to the pick. So I'm using the fingers and then I just switch over to the pick. And then what you'll do is you'll come up to the seventh fret on the third string. You'll play, and that'll be 7 on the third string, 6 on the second string, 8 on the second string as well, 6 on the first string, 8 on the first string, and then hammer on with your little finger to 9, back to 8, which will probably be a sequence of pull-offs. Then after the 8, then come back to the 6, and then up to the 8 again, and then back to the 6, which will sound like this. So once you've played those two, then you're going to play this awkward sort of arpeggio. You could play it another way, but this is the most effective way I've found. Of course, there's other ways that will work for you anyway. What you'll do is you'll play the 10th fret on the 5th string, and then you'll play like a reference to a B flat chord, those 3 notes there, like there's the chord there. However, you'll play on the 4th string after you've played, directly after you've played, in like a sort of quasi-arpy, well, arpeggio sort of section, but articulate, not a, it's an articulate thing, it's a, that sort of thing, not a, doesn't do that, it goes, so you'll have to articulate those notes clearly, enunciate them, that's probably a better word. Okay, now to do that, what you're going to need to play is the 10th fret on the 5th string, the 8th fret on the 4th string, the 7th fret on the 3rd string, and then the 6th fret on the 2nd string. And those other notes will be, that'll be your 9. So you'll start off with your 9, back to your 8, 6, 8, 6. Okay, so what have we got so far? Okay, after that, then you'll play a reference to the G minor chord, which are these notes here. So what you'll do is play that chord which starts on the 4th string, 5th fret, 3rd finger if you like, and then you'll come to your pointer finger and probably play both those notes with the 1 finger flat, which will be 3rd on the 3rd string and 3rd on the 2nd string. There's your little chord reference, or arpeggio if you like. Okay, so we've got that first section there, those 3 notes. Alright, so after we've got the first 3 notes, then we're going to play on the 2nd string 6, 5, 3. And then on the 3rd string we're going to play 5, 3, 2. Simple as that. And you'll hold that 2 on the 3rd string. So the next thing you're going to do is head into the ascending run. Now I tend to do it like this. I start on the E flat, which just happens to be the 6th fret on the 5th string. And I use my pointer finger there, and it all depends how your fingers fall. You might like to use your 3rd finger to play the next note, which is going to be the 8th. I tend to stretch this guy over when I'm doing a stretch like that, rather than do that. Anyway, so that's what I do, what you do, as long as you can get that stretch. So you've got your 6th fret there, then you're going to play the 8th, and then you're going to play the 10th. So 6, 8, 10 on the 5th string. Then on the 4th string you'll play, which will be 7, 8 and 10, and then you'll do 7, 8 and 10 exactly the same fingering and frets on the 3rd string. So far you'll go, and then to conclude that section you'll play an 8, a 10 and then a 11 and then back to the 10. They don't even tend to tremolo that note, in the original anyway. So you play that through twice, that section. And then the concluding section has a reference again to the blues scale. You play a slide from a 6 on the 2nd string, 6th fret, up to 8, then back to that 6, then up to the 3rd string, and you'll be playing the 7th fret, and then back down to the 2nd string, and you'll be using the 6th fret there. So far you'll have the... Now to do that, you'll slide back down to the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, over to the 5th fret on the 3rd string, and then back up to the 2nd string with a 3rd fret there. There's a reference to that blues scale again. You're starting on the G, which is the 5th fret on the 4th string, and then to the 3rd string, 3rd fret, 1st finger, then up to the 5th fret on the same 3rd string, 6th fret on the same string, back to the 5th, back to the 3rd, and then up to the 4th string, 5th fret, 3rd finger if you like. And then you can play just play the chords there. So you've got like a G5 chord, C5, G5, which is just a C, C sharp, D to conclude with. So that's basically how to play the intro to Wring That Neck. And you'll find that there's an excellent backing track on guitar backing tracks, if I'm allowed to mention them, to you, which you can play along with. And if you use Windows, obviously, as most of you guys know, you can just slow it down or speed it up to whatever you like to play it at. But it is an excellent little jazz slash blues slash whatever tune to have a shot at. So see how you go with that one.